they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And some space here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not in the NFL level.
To throw on second down is Smith. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 97 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. We'll see the Eagles on offense here again in a second, but Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith, speaking of that offensive wide receiver, they're really starting to find a spark with Carson Wentz, aren't they?
They certainly are, and it started back in the offseason when Carson Wentz had a passing camp that he held for the receivers and running backs in North Dakota. And it was the first time any of those guys had ever been to the Dakotas other than Torrey Smith, who had been to South Dakota one time. But trying to integrate them, big-time targets, great catch radius, wanting to make sure the ball gets to them so they can make some plays downfield.
They'll run again with Blount. Trucks over him. And some room to work. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Wentz now on first down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. A toss play to Hunt. Shifts by him, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from a yard out, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas.
Script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. Again, here's Blunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Blunt. And an alley to run. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. He'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action. Hit him.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Flushed out right. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Wentz going to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Derek Johnson in there to get him for a loss of a yard. And it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Kelsey, Charles, coming off a great game, as you saw last week, over 100 yards and a touchdown.
I just love the way that he gets utilized in head coach Andy Reid's offense. He's a tight end as listed, but they use him for wide receiver plays. They use him as a wildcat quarterback at times. They'll run him down the line of scrimmage and throw a shovel pass to him, so essentially he becomes a running back. And he affects the game as well. You got to know where Travis Kelce is on every snap before you set up your defense. And he moves around a lot to create mismatches. And the game that he played against Philadelphia was vintage.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, here's Smith. And that'll be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Smith. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Carry for Blunt. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Now Blunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. And Blunt down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In the red zone this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action to Sproles. Wentz looking for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Smith. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And now it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 42 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down, it's Hunt, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. On 4th down, Smith able to find Harris, complete. There he goes right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete. This is Brent Selleck. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On the toss, this is Blunt. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Vinny Curry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Throwing on first is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Wentz now on first down. Smith catches left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Watch left, watch left.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing, you know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie, and the NFL's just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And tough starting field position here. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Give him 13 yards there at a Kansas City first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Caught here by Conley. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wentz now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Let it well, and it's picked. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Throwing now, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Smith with a give to Hunt. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back.
Kendrick West. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kendrick West, 95 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
Shift together here from the D-line. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking.
And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. To throw is Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now of the